everyone. Let's wait till some people come on. Is anybody there today? Anyone going to come on live and join me? I'll give you all a couple of minutes to warm up. Well, I just carry on sipping on my peppermint tea, keeping the old throat going. Where are you all? Have you all abandoned and left me? Aha, there's someone. Who's that on there? I can't make out. Is that Sally? I think it might be Sally. I don't know. Can't make out. The picture's too small. Hello. How we doing? I'm just waiting for a few more people to jump on before I start. Please feel free to drop a comment and say hi so I know who's on board with me, who's here today and who's watching. What is the time? Turn some heating down as well. 10 to 4. Hello, hello. Am I live now? I think I'm live now, Sally. Am I live now? Hopefully I'm coming across live. I think I'm still here. How are we all? I just wanted to wait just a few people come on because I got some messages from people that were coming on today, etc, etc. So just thought I'd give it a couple of seconds. How you all doing? How was the weekend? It was all a bit strange, wasn't it? I thought it was a bit strange trying to keep a normal weekend routine going. It was really interesting, but we did it. We had snow here in Suffolk. I don't know what the weather was like where you guys were. Think so, wasn't sure. Yeah, I am here, Sally. I am live. I am talking to you. This isn't a figment of your imagination. 'Tis I. Yeah, we had snow at the weekend. Not enough to do anything. Snow and hail, wind, rain and sun. I'm not sure that there's any other weather we could have possibly had this weekend. It was all a bit weird. So I hope everybody made the most of the sunshine we had last week, because I kept telling you every single day to get outside and enjoy the sun, because I didn't know how long it was going to be here for. Okay-ish day today. Cold, really cold outside, windy. So let me know how it is where you are, and let me know how your weekend was, how you all got on, what you were doing. And do you know what, it was a week ago today, in a few hours. Oh, sorry, I tripped out there. It was a week ago today, this time last week, that we all sat and listened to Boris Johnson telling us what we're all going to be doing for the rest of this period. So look, we're 1 week down, guys. Tick it off the calendar. And that week went quite quick, really, didn't it? So it's been all right. So how have you all been coping? Has everybody been keeping themselves in order? Everybody been keeping a normal routine going as much as you can? Any parents out there that have let their guard down a little bit on the schooling? I know I have. I'm kind of like, yeah, let's just dip in and out whenever we can, but I'm quite lucky. Mine's a little bit older, so I know you, when we you people were young people and in the house, maybe a little bit challenging. So what are we going to do today? Hi Lisa, nice to see you. Thank you for coming along. What we're going to do today, Lisa's already been tapping. Great, we're going to do some more now. Today I want to teach you about tapping, and I know for some of you you're going to be thinking, what is she talking about? What on earth is tapping? So I'm going to give you a short explanation as to what tapping is. I'm keeping it really simple. I told you last week I'm not going to do anything complicated. If anybody wants to learn more stuff about anything that I'm giving, then give me a call. We can book an appointment and we can do some stuff together on a one-to-one. I just want to keep this on a nice, easy level. Tapping is something that I learned 18 months ago, trained in 18 months ago. with the amazing Janet Thompson. If any of you managed to get your hands on a book like this, I know they're kind of rare now, an amazing book. But I trained with Janet in tapping, and it's a technique that I use probably in every single session that I have with a client. For me, tapping has become one of my go-to techniques because it's so simple but so effective. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a background. I'm just going to kick my shoes off, so I might just drop about an inch. Just going to kick my shoes off because I've come down to therapy room. It's flipping freezing when I come in here. I've got the heating boiling on, so if I pass out in a minute, it's because I've overcooked myself. So what is tapping? Okay, this little thing here is going to show you, and I normally would use this with client in a room, but obviously I am completely on my own by myself at the moment. So I'm going to show you. This little thing here will prove to you that we are a conductor of energy, a conductor of electric. So if I put my hand on this end and if I put my hand on that end, using me as being a circuit, I can create that circuit to make these lights light up. Now, the fact that I can do that means that I am conducting energy through my body, which means I transport energy through my body just the same as all of you guys do, which is great because that's how tapping came about. Tapping was created by or researched by a gentleman called Roger Callahan. If any of you are really into looking up scientific background, then go to search up Roger and you'll find out all of this amazing work that he done. There is a similar technique called EFT. This is called TFT. So tapping that I'm trained in is called thought field therapy. EFT is emotional freedom therapy. Both work on similar principles, but both have their different ways of working and their different models of working. So we have energy that passes around our body. And that energy can be in a positive form or a negative form, just like a battery. Now, if you were to take, sorry, I just put my thing down. If you were to take a battery in your remote control on your television, and if you put the batteries the right way round and work the television, what would happen? Nobody's going to answer me, so I'm going to answer myself. It would work. The television would turn over. If you got one of those batteries and you turned the battery the wrong way round, what would happen? Nothing. The television wouldn't work. But does that mean that the batteries are not working? No, it doesn't. It just means the batteries are attempting to flow the wrong way round and they're not creating that connection. That's exactly what happens inside of our bodies. We have an energy that can flow both ways. It's a bit of the yin and the yang. You know, we all had that yin and the yang time in our life when the black and the white, wasn't it? It's the yin and yang of us. So it's our positive and negative energy that flows through our body. So I'm going to teach you today a technique that will show you how you can keep your energy flowing in a positive way in your body. So flowing the correct way through your system, which will enable your body to work as efficiently as it possibly can. We all go in and out of negative and positive emotion throughout the day, depending on who we're talking to, depending on how we're feeling. Okay, it's really important that you remember that we bounce in and out. Nobody stays on a positive all day long. A lot of people stay on a negative all day long. Now, the first thing we need to do is we need to look at a thing that we call psychological reversal. Psychological reversal, how many of you go to put the milk away and go to put it in the oven, or go to put a loaf of bread away and put it over in the wrong cupboard, or put the car keys down and literally 10 seconds later you're like, oh my goodness, where the hell have I put the bloody car keys? That's what we call by psychological reversal. The brain has gone into a confused state. It's done a little bit of a scatter and it's just got itself confused. This is where tapping comes into its own. So the point for our psychological reversal is this point here on our hands. It's called our karate point. This is our polarity point. So if ever you get any of them times when you just feel muddled in your head, you feel a little bit confused, you feel a little bit negative, you feel a little bit like, I just don't know. And you know, sometimes the brain can just get too much. Literally, by spending some time tapping right on this point here, just literally on that, you can all do it now while you're sitting and watching. Just tap on that point of your hand will be enough to create that refresh of the brain. It's the same as using an F5 on a keyboard. If we use an F5 on a computer where a screen's got frozen, we do F5 refresh. This is exactly the same. Now we are moving energy, so there's no point just doing a real light tiny tap because that's not going to work, but I don't want you to bruise yourself either. So I want you to give it a firm but not too hard tap. Excellent. And again, it'd be really helpful, is especially in this day and age at the minute, we're all kind of washing our hands as much as we can. Every time you wash your hands, just have a 10-second tap on this point here. The worst that's going to happen is you weren't in psychological reversal and things are going to stay the same. The best that's going to happen is maybe you were in psychological reversal and you're just tapping yourself out of it. So that's a really important point on our body. Now, tapping is based on the Chinese medicine of acupuncture, meridian points. Now, maybe a few of you on here have experienced acupuncture. So this works in a very similar way, but without the needles, which makes it a very safe technique for me to teach you guys here, even over social media like we are today. And obviously I do it here with my clients in the room. The worst that's going to happen is it won't work because you're tapping a wrong point. That is the very worst that's going to happen. Nothing else can happen. Whereas when we use other techniques, if you kind of do things slightly wrong, it can have some consequences, but tapping doesn't. So I don't want any of you to be frightened of it. All I want you to do is open your minds a little bit, because I know this can feel a little bit woo-woo, and have the trust in me and the belief in me that this stuff works. And if there are any clients on board that want to throw some comments in the box, if they feel that they want to, then please feel free to do so and let people know what your experiences have been on it. So how does tapping work? So tapping works on different meridians on the body, which cuts through emotion very, very quickly. We use tapping in a therapeutic way, which means I will work one-to-one with a client on a specific negative issue that's been going on, a negative emotion that's been going on. We use a sequence that has been researched and scientifically backed that then squashes emotions. I'm not going to go into the research and the scientific bit behind it, because not that it's boring, but you guys don't need to know. If anybody really wants to know it or wants to experience it for themselves, then get in contact with me and we'll do some one-to-one and I'll give you a bit more of an explanation on it. So at the minute, I think it's fair to say that our anxiety levels are all up. We go back to the amygdala that we talked about last week. All of us at some stage or other will be spiking off a little bit, okay? It will be happening because it's our perfect normal response. Now, when we have anxiety bouncing off in our body, it will create us to go into this negative energy. So I'm going to teach you a very simple tapping triangle that will change that energy from negative back to positive and leave you guys feeling great. Now, the thing that I need you to do with the tapping triangles, I need you to use it at least twice a day. You need to use it as soon as you wake up, or as near to as soon as you've woken up. And you need to use it just before you go to sleep. Now, the reasons for that are, when we wake up in the morning, we need our brains to be in a positive state. And just before we go to sleep, we need our brains to be in a positive state. Because when our brains are in a positive state, they work at their best. If they're in a positive state in the morning, it means that we're up and we're feeling great and the day's going to come the way that we want it to be. If we're in a positive state before we go to sleep, it means we'll go off to sleep better than we have before, and our brains will be rested and refreshed, enabling us to get that nice sleep pattern that we all need. So at the minute, anxiety is quite high in everybody. So there's nobody that shouldn't be tapping. It's my absolute passion to get tapping into as many primary schools as we possibly can. All of these schools in America, and you can go and look on this on YouTube, tap with their children. It's big over there. The children all come in and have a tapping session before they start their day to get their energies pumping around their body. So, shut up, Nicola. Get on and show us what we need to do. Let's do it. Okay, so I told you to be open-minded, or asked you to be open-minded, and I need you to be open-minded with this, okay? First thing we're going to do is we're going to come down and look for what we call a sore spot. Your lymphatic system hits your circulatory system here. If we have a blockage of toxins, and that can be if you've got a headache or if you're feeling sick, always check this bit first. If we've got a blockage of toxins around here, our energy cannot flow around our body efficiently. So we need to clear it first. So I want you all just to take your hand and go under your left collarbone. You'll be able to feel it's in like this 90-degree bit here where our shoulder bone and our collarbone starts, and I want you to just be under your collarbone. My collarbone's here, so you can see my fingers are just under it. Now I'm going to get you to rotate your fingers in a circular motion into your body, so you're going into your neck, just underneath that collarbone, and I want you to gently, using small circles, work all the way down underneath that collarbone. And if you come across a point that feels a little bit tender, take the pressure off a little and just keep massaging it gently in clockwise direction. Yes, clockwise direction into your body so that your lymph drains can drain them toxins away. Okay, this is really important, and you come all the way down until you meet the bottom of your collarbone here. So we're just working underneath that left hand side. This is really important because we need to clear out those blockages so that when we do a tapping triangle, the energy can really flow through. Now, just to let you know, before we do a tapping triangle, if any of you, when you are doing it, experience any feeling anywhere in your body, it is perfectly okay. I don't want you to panic about it. There's one point in the tapping triangle which will send a cold shiver all the way down the back of my legs. It's absolutely fine. It's just your energy draining out of your body. And because a lot of you at the minute may be feeling in quite an anxious state, then I would expect that you are going to get some feelings going on. Okay? So let's start. If you can all stand up, it'd be great. I'm obviously not watching you, but I'm going to trust you at home. Just going to turn this heat down a little bit. It's a bit hot. Okay, so if we all stand up straight, and all I want you to do is take 3 nice deep. So I want you to breathe in nice and deep through your nose, and a long, slow blow out through the mouth. Drop the shoulders. And again, long breath in through the nose. Drop the shoulders and blow out through your mouth. And one more. Breath in through the nose. Drop those shoulders and long blow out through the mouth. Excellent, well done. I'm going to do some breathing techniques. Maybe tomorrow we'll go on and do that. But anyway, I'm going to get you to do the tapping now. So, we all ready? So you always stick with your same tapping hand until I say to you change. Okay, so I'm going to start, my right one's going to be my tapping hand, but it's entirely up to you. If you're left-handed and feel you want to start it this way, do it that way too. It really doesn't matter. So we're all going to start with this karate chop. So I want you to just take your fingers and you're just hitting that bit of your hand. We're looking for about 10 to 15 taps. From there, we're going to go to the top of your fingernail. So make those fingers strong and tap on the top of the fingernail. So you're right here over this point here. Excellent, well done. From here, we're going to come for our collarbones. So run your fingers down both collarbones until they meet in the middle. Drop about an inch, to the side an inch, and just tap in that area there. This is where my voice goes really like a Dalek, but just tap all in that area there. There we go. That's the back of my head gone and my calf's gone all tingly and funny. Keeping with that same tapping hand that you started with, then you tap under your nose. Down onto your chin. And back up under your nose. That's what we call the top of our triangle. So now we're going to work down our body. So we come back to that collarbone. Give that a really good tap. Collarbone tapping is amazing. It will make you feel really good. And this is where we change hands. So my left hand now drops. No, my right hand now drops, sorry. And I tap the top of this hand. It's really hard because I'm kind of mirror image to myself. So we're swapping to the other hand. And then we're finishing with a karate chop underneath. So I'm going to do that one more time so that you can get a feel of it. So start underneath. And then we're going to the top of that fingernail. Then we're going into that collarbone, so find the end, drop an inch to the side, an inch, and just there. If you're unsure where it is, just tap everywhere. It really won't matter, but the closer you are in here, the better it is. Keeping with that same tapping hand under the nose. Down onto the chin. Back up under the nose. Back to that collarbone. Then we change hands, so drop the opposite hand down and tap the top of those fingers, just over the top of that now. That's all, the only place you're at is at the top of that fingernail. And then finish with that karate chop underneath. Okay, so put your hands by your side. Just close your eyes and just feel. And just notice where you notice any feelings, tingling, coldness, warmth. And you should be feeling that really lovely tingling going through your hands and up into your arms. I've now got it going over the top of my head too. The more you do tapping, the more it starts to become apparent in your body, and you start unblocking some of those negative energies that have been caught. So the more you tap this triangle, the better you are going to feel. So look, go out and practice this, have a go with it, see how you feel about it. If anyone's got any questions on it with me, on it for me, then come back and let me know. Private message me if you want to, but give it a go. What have you got to lose? We've all got nothing else to do with our time at the minute. And I trust me, if you're feeling in a rubbish mood and you do some tapping, you will notice some amazing differences. I have so many clients that love tapping because it helps them keep control of their own emotions and their own anxiety. What's going to happen is you're just going to bring that nervous system down. It's going to start to feel more relaxed, more calm, and you will then feel more in control. So remember, first thing in the morning and last thing before you go to bed at night, but then any other time that you want to do it during the day. There is no right or wrong on a tapping triangle. It will take you about 50 seconds to do. So you don't need to say that I haven't got time to do it, because you can find time in your day to do it. We kind of say tap and teeth. So if you've cleaned your teeth, have I tapped? Because this is the thing, and this is where things happen with us as human beings. There's certain rituals that we will do every single day because we feel they're important, like cleaning our teeth, like washing our body. But when it comes to actually keeping our bodies clean internally, we kind of switch off. So we need to turn that switch back on, because you're important inside of you as much as you are outside of you. So yes, hygiene is very, very important, but so is keeping that emotional well-being too. And tapping really helps on that. Tomorrow, actually, no, should we do it now? Who would like to see a tapping demonstration for anxiety? Just so that you can actually tap some anxiety away. Give me some thumbs up if you'd like to see that now. While I take a quick drink. Yeah. Okay. Let me show you how quick then it can be for a tapping sequence for anxiety. Okay, so it's called thought field therapy because you have to be in the thought field. There's no point you sitting there in a really good mood and thinking, right, I'm going to do a tap for anxiety. Well, you can, but nothing will happen. So you need to act on this when the anxiety is present. So if you're sitting at home and feeling a little bit anxious, and it doesn't just have to be for now, remember. Oh, go on then. Go on, Amanda. You know you love it. It doesn't have to be just in these current circumstances. We all get anxious over so many different things. I'm using this at the minute purely and simply because this is kind of, we're all in the same boat together. But anxiety comes in all sorts of shapes and forms for all different reasons for any of us. So use this whenever you want to. So we have a specific sequence for doing tapping to reduce anxiety. So we get into the thought field. So we shut our eyes and we feel it in our body. So ask yourself these questions. Where do I feel it right now? The majority of people that are feeling anxious will instantly go here because anxiety is really led to our breathing. So they will go here. I can feel it in my chest. Ask yourself what color it is. Don't question it. Go with the first color that comes in your head. Ask yourself if that feeling's got a shape. Go with the first thing that comes in your head. Ask yourself if that feeling's got a temperature. Go with the first thing in your head. The reason we go with the first thing in our head is because your subconscious is giving you this information, not your conscious mind. Again, too much information. Keep it simple, Nicola. So feel that feeling in your body, and then I'd like you to scale it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being I can't feel it at all, to 10 being it's the worst I've ever felt at feeling anxious. Just so you've got a gauge as to where you are. So say, for example, you've sat down and you've done your checking in, it's red, it feels hot, it's here in my chest, and it's about an 8 or 9. I feel as though my heart's about to bump through my chest. So what you would then do is use your tapping fingers, and you would tap just on this point under your eye, just on the bony point here. And you would just give that a hard, firm, but not where you hurt yourself tap. And again, 10 to 15 taps. This next one is really weird. I don't know if we've got many men watching, but if we have, you're going to have to pretend that you wear a bra. I can see Gary's in there. So Gary, put your bra on. So what we're next doing is we're going under and we're tapping under where our bra strap would be. So you're literally giving that a good tap there, exactly where your bra strap is. And then you'll come into that collarbone. And that is all you are doing. Those 3 tapping points will bring that anxiety down. When you've done 2 rounds, so let's do another one. So just under that eye, under the arm on the bra strap. And then onto the collarbone. When you've done 2 rounds, shut your eyes. The reason I keep saying shut your eyes is because you block everything else around and you start to feel when you've got your eyes closed. You stop thinking and you start feeling. Check in. Okay, it was red, it was in my chest, it was hot, and it was an 8 or a 9. Where am I now? Okay, it's kind of changed to an orangey colour. Doesn't feel as hot, and it's about 3, maybe 4 if I can feel it. If you still have a number, go again and do exactly the same again, and keep doing that until you come down to 0. Then when you have got down to 0, move from the area you've been tapping in, go and stand in another room and think about something that makes you feel amazing and flood your body with those thoughts. Get that happy feeling, jump around, laugh around, do whatever you need to do to shake yourself back into a happy state, and your anxiety will completely disappear. How's that? Everyone got that? Give me some thumbs up if that was okay, or if you need me to go back over it, just let me know what's going on. There's a lot of tappers out there, I know, that I can see on here. So you should all know what you're doing anyway. Perfect. We've got some thumbs up. Excellent. Great stuff. So that is a tapping triangle for you all to do every day. Don't forget that sore spot check-in first. And that sore spot, by the way, if you do find yourself having a headache, or that you... Yeah, totally the same with children, Amanda. Yeah, sorry, I forgot to ask that. Get the kids doing exactly the same. Teach them a tapping triangle. Get them to do their sore spot here. If they're very little, I wouldn't worry too much about that, because they don't tend to have toxins build up in the body the same as us. So you can. They probably won't understand if they're really little. But get them to do the tapping triangle. Kids love it. As I say, America, literally, if you Google it, there's so much stuff on tapping for children. They sing songs to it, they do different rhythms, and they clear themselves before they start their school day, which is really good because it gets that brain in that right place. If I've if I've seen 4 clients a day in here and we've done tapping on every single session, I am bouncing off the walls by the time I get indoors of a night time. Sometimes it can really make you feel spaced out. So that's why I'm saying, if you get any feelings from it, please don't be scared about it, because that's absolutely fine. Your body's doing exactly what it needs to do. It's just releasing that negative energy and just allowing that energy to go back to that positive. So yeah, totally and utterly. Share it around with, well, whoever you can at the minute. Please direct people to come and look at this live. If you know anybody who is in a heightened state of anxiety, just that tap alone will start to help them bring it down. There is far more to TFT, and we use it far more in the therapeutic room, but I just want to give you a little bit at the minute, just so that people can start having some tips and skills. So remember, I don't know if we've got any new watchers on here. Remember last week I showed you the finger squeeze? So that's always a good one to go for as well. That's kind of what I call my emergency 999. So if you're stuck somewhere and you can't do anything else, then grab them fingers and hold them for about 30 seconds. But get into doing your tapping on a daily basis. And yeah, let me know how you get on with it, because it really is, even now I can still feel it in the back of my head. It's a really good technique to use. So a couple of people come back to me to let me know what they'd like me to do, but is there anybody else that wants me to cover anything? I've still got a few more things to go through this week, but is there anything that anyone's feeling, I wish somebody could help me with this? Not the cooking, by the way, because struggling with that myself a little bit. No, I'm joking. If there's anything I can practically do in here for you guys, are you finding me coming live useful every day? Are you bored of me? Do you want me to do it every other day? Are you all right with it daily? Let me know. Give me some feedback, because this is completely new to me as well, guys. I just want to stay connected with you all as much as I can. Today we got up to 21 people watching, which is amazing. I'm no Joe Wicks. I don't suppose I ever will be, but it's good to know that I'm connecting with some people out there and just giving you something that you need. So get in contact. Let me know what you want, and I'll put some stuff together. Loving these, Nicola. What about headaches? Good one, Emma. Should we cover headaches tomorrow? Because I feel that that's enough for people to go through. I can do you the demo. Emma, I don't even know if we've done it actually. I can do you the demo with headaches. But remember that this, check in here, if you've got a headache, 9 times out of 10, you are going to find a toxic spot here. So literally just take the pressure off and just gently massage. Just close your eyes. And again, Emma, just with some nice breathing as well. But I'll do a headache routine with you tomorrow, which is really good, that will clear those out. But look, just be easy on all of you guys. There's lots of things going on at the minute. We're all feeling a little bit up and down. So just give yourself some time for rest. And when I say rest, I don't necessarily mean just sleep. Working with all of my clients at the minute, I'm asking all of them to find themselves half an hour a day. I know I am considering myself very privileged to have this little place right now, because it's really nice to just come away from the home and just be somewhere else. We've actually said as a family we might come down here tonight and play a game or two, just so we feel that we're in a different environment. But yeah, I get that it's really nice, but you will have some space. If you've got kids tearing around, now's the time to put some discipline, is it the right word, a little bit of structure in, where the kids just have to go away for half an hour in their room. Keep cutting out, sorry. Where the kids just have to go in their room, put a timer on so that you get 15-20 minutes of just some you time, because that's really important right now. We're not used to being with our families the way that we're being with them at the minute, and people are finding it a little bit challenging. But be careful what you're telling yourself. Watch back the live from last week if you need to, because it'll start telling you some of them things about them trigger words and things, which will be ticking things off in that brain. So yeah, but I'm glad you're finding them helpful. I'll keep coming on board and keep doing everything that I can. You keep feeding me ideas of what you need, and Emma will definitely pick up on headaches tomorrow. And thanks, Sam, I appreciate it. I am missing everybody. It's a bit weird, isn't it? It does feel a bit strange, but at least I feel a little bit connected to you all coming on here. So yes, so that's tapping, a little bit of an introduction to it. Get your tapping triangles. Give me some feedback. Let me know how you've all been feeling about it. And as I say, it's not going to change anything dramatically but internally it is going to be changing lots. So just keep doing it twice a day. Promise yourself, tapping triangle to make your brain and your energy feel so much better. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there and finish my cuppa. It's still not gin. Hey, they won't be watching. Really good thing happened last night. I got a little text message to say, have a look on your doorstep. Had a look on my doorstep. One of my clients dropped me off a nice bottle of homemade gin. What a bonus. Rhubarb gin. It was bloody lovely. So it's not gin in here though. I am be careful of that too, guys. I am finding myself in the weeknights thinking, is it all right to have a gin and tonic tonight or gin and lemonade tonight? Kind of just be a bit careful with that. Only stick to your normal routine. So Fridays and Saturdays the only time the gin bottle's coming out. But look, take care of yourselves. We're 1 week in, all right? We can do this. Keep positive. Keep that brain in that right place. And if you find yourself spiraling, please, please, please reach out for help. And I'm just going to let you all know again about my NHS helpline. It's gone crazy, absolutely crazy. But if you can all help share that around, we're getting a lot of frontline workers contacting us now needing some help, which is really, really good. So if you can share that for us, I'd be really appreciative. So big hugs from me to all of you, and take care, be safe, and I'll catch up with you again tomorrow. All right, thank you so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it. Take care of yourself. Speak to you all soon. Bye.